Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, we'll be studying research design in our mixed method research course. I'm Dr. Ayaz Muhammad Khan. Here is agenda for our 2 days lecture. The very first one would be introduction to a mixed method way of thinking, and then we'll discuss stances on mixed method paradigm, its historical and philosophical roots, and then different designs of mixed method research. What would be the purpose of mixing up different design, and then notations to describe mixed method research. At the end of this lecture, dear students, you will be able to generate baseline understanding to use mixed method designs, and then you have been assigned a research proposal that you will do. Develop contextual understanding of the roots of the contemporary interest in mixing methods, and develop an understanding of various conceptual or theoretical frameworks for mixing methods and the key differences among them. Dear students, paradigm number 3 is pragmatism. Pragmatism is a philosophical tradition that began in the United States of America around 1870. The major proponents are William James, John Dewey, and Charles Sanders Peirce. Ladies and gentlemen, they are not the people who are driven by principles, rather the desire to achieve the goals. They are fixed on practical tasks. They may be called as utilitarian or bargainers. They show commitment to success in practical affairs to get the things done. As I told you earlier that they are practitioners, so they just get to the end, not worried about the arguments, whether one should stick to a particular paradigm or philosophy. They can switch from one part as post positivism and the second part constructivism. Peirce, very rightly said that consider the practical effects of the objects of your conception. Then your conception of those effects is the whole of your conception of the object. I would recommend you to get through this YouTube video. You will be in a position to clarify most of your concepts regarding pragmatism. Pragmatist considers thought as an instrument or tool for prediction, problem solving, and action, and rejects the idea that the function of the thought is to describe, represent, or mirror reality. If you just look at the schematic form, you would see that they use both approaches, quantitative and qualitative. That is why mixed methodology actually we can say stem from pragmatic paradigm. Okay, students, let's talk about the ontology of pragmatic paradigm. It is very clear that they believe that reality is the practical effect of the ideas, and that's why it leads to the epistemology which says that any way of thinking, whether it is positivism, post positivism, or switch over to constructivism for doing or conducting research that leads to the pragmatic solution is useful. Uh, and you can say that methodology they use is a mixed method, whether it is qualitative, quantitative, sequential design, or concurrent design. Dear students, the simplest definition of the mixed method research is that it is a combination of qualitative and quantitative research to answer a research question. But one important thing that we have to keep it in our mind, that this is a rigorous process. Why do we call it rigorous? You know that quantitative research has its own methodology, methods, instrumentations, data collection, and data analysis. Similarly, in qualitative, we know we go vertically to go and get in depth findings, For that purpose, we have different methodology, different method, and then data collection and data analysis strategies. So while combining these two, it would be really a rigorous sort of process or rigorous work to be done in mixed method research. So it's not that much simple as most of the people think. So, as described by the John Creswell in his book in 2014, mixed method involves both a qualitative and quantitative approach to research. Two forms of data are integrated in a design procedure, data collection and analysis through merging the data, connecting the data, or embedding the data. These procedures are incorporated into the distinct mixed method design that also includes the timing of the data collection, whether it is concurrent or sequential, as well as the emphasis, equal or unequal, for each database. Dear students, mixed method is not simply using the name without using a rigorous method. I mean, you got to not only use both quantitative or qualitative data, but as a matter of fact, you have to use multiple qualitative or quantitative approaches and then mix their data to go to some conclusion. Mixed method research is a research design with philosophical assumption as well as methods of inquiry. As a methodology, it involves philosophical assumptions that guide the directions of the collection and analysis of data and the mixture of qualitative and quantitative data in a single study or series of studies. Its central premise is that the use of quantitative and qualitative approach in combination provides a better understanding of research problem that than either one approach. Dear students, you got to remember that thing in your mind that mixed method research definition actually directly influence the mixed methods research process by representing different perspective about what is being integrated within mixed method research. Mixed method research and other approaches, as a matter of fact, intersect to form hybrid approaches that directly influence the range of options possible for designing, implementing, and assessing the mixed methods research process. That is why mixed method research designs directly influence the mixed methods research process by providing several different possible logics for designing a mixed method study. So here is the mixed method research process in a schematic form. You would see that once you develop research question, chalk out a method and make inferences out of it. As a matter of fact, this is what you have got your personal context. Your mixed method research design and its quality would count a lot, and the philosophical assumption, theoretical models, and background knowledge, all being a researcher, a co-person, you have to keep it in your mind. Then, when it goes beyond your personal context to interpersonal context, here you got to keep in mind the research ethics, the participants, the researcher teams, and editors and reviewers' comments, etc. And when you go for, beyond that, which is a social context, so you got to keep it in your mind the institutional structure, disciplinary conventions, and societal priorities. Essence of the mixed method is that it actually enriches the findings, increase the depth and breadth of the phenomena. It can test a theory or model or seek the participants' inputs in depth and improve the trustworthiness of your results. So when we look at the purpose, we can say that it provides better inferences, qualitative, quantitative, and both are mixes. uh, Provides the opportunity for presenting a greater diversity of divergent views. Keep it in your mind, hundreds of questionnaire describing uh, something horizontally, whereas in-depth interviews or document analysis tell you things in a vertical order. So research questions should determine your method. It increases the validity and reliability of your results. The assumption behind mixed method study is when an investigator combines both statistical trends and stories, that sort of combination actually provides a better understanding of the problem than either trend or stories alone. And when you look deep, you come to know that it's not to replace either qualitative quantitative research, but rather to extract the strength, and actually it helps in diminishing the weaknesses when you use both approach together. When we use mixed method research design, as a matter of fact, these are the five aspects that we try to cater for. The very first one is triangulation, getting data from different sources, either quantitative or qualitative, and then mixing them both either sequentially or concurrently. You not only get, horizontally the things, but you also try to know things in depth vertically. So these two methods, actually quantitative or qualitative, they complement each other while studying a phenomenon. Similarly, it would add to the breadth and scope of the project, and this method, when you use, actually helps you to draw conclusion on firm and solid foundation in numbers as well as in text. While using mixed method research design, you got to be very clear that either you wish to do quantitative first and then qualitative, or qualitative first and then quantitative. Usually when we go for positivist paradigm or quantitative research, actually we want to validate a theory. So we have a quite a good theoretical framework. And this is what, when you go for qual research design, you got to have a very well established theory in a particular field. But when you go for quant design, or qualitative first and quantitative second, qualitative, which may be post positivist, or using different philosophical paradigm like interpretivism. So your major tilt would be generation of some theory. After you have selected your research problem and decided its ontology and epistemology, you got to get help from the Marx onion in developing your research design or methodology. If it is mixed method, you got to see whether for a quantitative you want to go to a particular mono method, or you wish to use multi method. Similarly, in qualitative, you will stick to a particular mono method, or you would use 2 to 3 multi method of the qualitative research. Okay, students, let's discuss the basic typology of the mixed method research design. Let me brief you some of the key terms. The first one is concurrent, which means when qualitative, quantitative both go side by side one another. Sequential, where one dominates the other one. Similarly, you would see qual and quan written in uppercase, which actually denotes high priority or weightage, whereas when they are given in lower cases, it shows the low priority in the sequence. So you can see here that when qual-quan, when they are concurrent, it means they are of equal status. You can run them parallel to one another. But when you go for sequential, it means initially you have to go by qualitative and then quantitative. Here, qualitative quantitative data would be 50-50, meaning thereby initially you would collect qualitative data or quantitative data in a sequence, and after you get your desired data, getting results out of them, you would go for the other one. Similarly, when we say dominant status, you would see in that circle that when where qual is written in uppercase, quan is written in lowercase, it means that the dominant part, almost 70 to 80%, your study would be spinning around qualitative data, and 20 to 30% quantitative data. It can be concurrent as well as it can be sequential. The history of the mixed method research or pragmatic paradigm can be traced back to 1980, where we had a sort of paradigm war, I mean, between positivist or post-positivist and interpretivist, that which of the method or methodology of education is better than the other one. Actually, people started mixing up different approaches, quantitative, qualitative, separately, even from 1950s to 1980s. But the latest trend actually started in the era of late 80s and 2000, and then in after post 2000 era, we had many expert in this field like John Creswell and many more, who gave a new life to mixed method research. As I told you earlier that uh, pragmatic movement or mixed method approach actually started in research after 2000, and people started giving attention to this paradigm, mixed method paradigm. Prominent research methodologists and authorities from across discipline fields started emerging and guiding the commentary and uh, trustfulness of this method. Today, we see cross-sectional international interest, interdisciplinary interest, publication possibilities, and public and private funding opportunities for mixed method research. If you want to understand the different mixed method research design, you got to understand these four phases. The phase one is data collection and analysis. Phase two, following up with the data. Phase three is second, data collection and interpretation, and phase four is explanation and interpretation. I mean, if you just look at convergent parallel mixed method design, what you do, as you can see that the word quan and qual both are written in upper cases, you go to the second phase where two sets of data are examined at the same time. You never go for second set of data, rather you just explain those things and interpret. But when you go for explanatory sequential mixed method design, where quantitative research comes first, by sequence in phase 2, what you do, you get data and you start interpreting that data, and then you go for qualitative data, and then the fourth phase where you explain and interpret all those data. So quan, which is the bigger one in explanatory sequential mixed method design, almost 70 to 80%, and then qual, which is less, 20 to 30%, but they all are actually explained in one phase. Then exploratory sequential mixed method design, that is what I have already told you, that when you lack theoretical framework, you don't have well established theory, you go for qualitative. So the uppercase qualitative shows that 70 to 80% would be qualitative data, and then on the basis of that qualitative data you go for quantitative, and after getting quantitative you actually explain and interpret, keeping in view both the things. Let's talk about some of the advanced designs in mixed method research besides explanatory or exploratory or some other one which we have already discussed. The very first one is embedded mixed method design, where qual and quan, both written in upper cases, as a matter of fact, are collected and explained and interpreted. But transformative mixed method design, you would have a different approach, whereas multi-phase mixed method design is the latest one, where overall you write overall objective of the program, and then in a study, mixed method study, you either go for qual or quan and get the data. Then on the basis of that data you go for qual or quan, whatever you have decided. Then you actually get data out of it, and once again you go for qualitative or quantitative method. So in a sequence, in a multi-phase mixed method research, which is quite novel, you are in a position to get the essence of that phenomena very deeply. Okay, students, here are some of the notations that you use in mixed method research, though I have already told you some of them, but here are, when you use quan and qual in uppercase, I have told you that qual mean qualitative, quan mean quantitative in uppercase, meaning thereby dominance of that particular type of research while conducting mixed method. When you use uppercase, it refers to emphasis or primary or dominant method, and lowercase actually shows you the priority that you give a lower emphasis and lower priority. Similarly, when you write a arrow, it means data collected sequentially, but when in inverted commas you have got that positive point, it means data collected simultaneously. The equal sign actually converged data collection, and when these hyphens are given, one method embedded in the order. Here is another mixed method typology, where you say that qual, if written in lowercase, preceded with quan in uppercase, shows that you are using the contemporary method, where you would start your study with quantitative and then either quantitative or qualitative and go to qual quan uppercases, which would be dominant as a matter of fact. Then you have got qualitative follow-up, similarly quantitative follow-up, so you can also adopt that one, but nowadays it is transformed. Morgan gave it in 1998, but now John Creswell and many more have given quite a few other as well. Dear students, uh, all you have gone through in the previous slides, you can see that John C. Creswell in his book in 2003 and even in 2014, you would find that schematic form that actually uh, covers a lot of things in one picture. So if you just get over it, I would request you to go through it time and again, and then in the end you may ask questions to me so that I may answer. Let's talk about some of the issues which most of the mixed method researcher face. As a matter of fact, paradigm, you got to be very clear about your paradigm, what you are doing, and mixed method research. In mixed method research, the selection of your uh, type of mixed method design is very important. It all depends on the type of the question you have drafted. Then data integration attempts. I mean, if you are not an expert, it would be problem for you. A need for basic definitions and new sets of language. Logistic researcher has to be competent in both quant and qual. I mean, if your quantitative or qualitative research is weak, then it would be difficult for you. Not only quantitative, qualitative, I mean, even data collection, data interpretations, and data analysis. All these things count a lot. So you have to be more rigorous than solely being a qualitative researcher or quantitative researcher.